Good morning, EMBA cohort. I am going to share with you one of my childhood memories that is deeply meaningful to me. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts. My parents were born and raised in a small city right outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, called Chester. So most of my family is there, and every summer my sister, my mother, and I got on a train. We took an Amtrak train from Boston South Station to 30th Street Station in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We spent about 2 weeks there in Chester with my family. And I enjoyed every moment of it. My uncle would always pick us up at the train station. Our first order of business when we arrived was always to visit this hoagie shop. Now, in Philadelphia, they call sandwiches or submarines hoagies. A lot of you probably know that. But Mom's had the best hoagies you've ever tasted. And my mother and her siblings grew up on these hoagies. So it was always the first thing we did. We went and picked up our hoagies from Mom's. And the first night we were there, all of my family just flooded to my grandparents' house, and we just enjoyed a time of family and fun. We hadn't seen everyone in several months, and we were just hanging out. I have a large family in Chester, Pennsylvania. My grandmother and my grandfather had siblings that had, each of them had about a dozen kids. One of them, I believe, had 14 children. And of course, they all now have children. And so it was a huge party, a huge gathering that first night. And every night we were there, different family members came over just to hang out. And one of the best things I remember from that trip was waking up the morning we were getting ready to leave and hearing my grandmother puttering around in the kitchen. Pots and pans were clanging against one another, and there was an aroma of fried chicken in the house that was unforgettable. She was making our lunch. She was frying chicken, she was baking, and she always packed us these delicious lunches in brown paper bags. There was a piece of fried chicken between a homemade roll. There was always something sweet that she had baked while we were there. There was a can of soda. There may have been a bag of chips as well. And it was the best meal. It was for lunchtime, of course, but I could not wait to eat it. So usually 15 or 20 minutes into the train ride, I ripped that bag open and enjoyed my lunch, enjoyed my grandmother's fried chicken, her gingerbread, her pound cake, or whatever she baked for us. And I love those memories. I love those times with my family, and I hope that you enjoyed this.